Okay, so we've all had those situations where people just won't get on the voice comms, and it's particularly frustrating when it's just one or two teammates. You're trying your hardest to take down an enemy team with the best of your abilities, but they just won't talk at all. So you don't even know if they can hear you call out the shots. Before you start painting them as a toxic little fuck for not playing with comms, you gotta understand their situation first. I'm here trying to speak for the people who just don't have the confidence, simply can't talk at the moment, or those who might be deaf for God's sakes. Just because you can talk just fine without getting hardcore anxiety doesn't mean the mercy on your team can. Maybe people made fun of your Farah's voice on comms before and is afraid to talk online anymore. First of all, if you're one of those people who makes fun of someone who's 16 because his voice sounds funny, get off my channel. I don't want you here. Okay, so I had the voice of a small 10-year-old child until the summer after grade 9. I'm not joking. It might sound weird to you, but ask any of my friends. When I was 15, I used to make Dark Souls 3 videos on this channel. They weren't popular by any stretch of the imagination. They were getting maybe 3 or 4 views each at the most. I thought it was because of my voice. I actually hated my voice and thought that I could never come back to YouTube. You know what? Just to show you how much I'm trying to push my point, I'm gonna give you a small clip of what my voice sounded like. Okay, so I looked through my computer and I actually forgot that I was so upset I deleted all of it on my computer and from YouTube. But my friend actually has a video from the same year when we made a media project. It's just a few seconds and I'm not putting a link or anything, but just listen.
Give us all your money for nogoodreason.com.
Yeah, you hear that prepubescent little prick there? Yeah, that was me when I was about 15 years old. So that was about a year ago. I know it's hard to believe, I went from a 7-year-old to a 16-year-old really fast. I hope that was enough to drive my point home. As you can probably guess, I had the worst social anxiety on the planet. Now, that's not the only cause of it, I'm just not a socially confident person. While I may talk a lot on YouTube, if you see me in real life, you would never guess I run this channel. Over a year ago, I've improved a lot, and now I'm capable of hitting the voice comms pretty often, probably because I can accept my own voice now. This video isn't a sob story for me though. I'm giving you a personal example of why some people might not join the voice channel just because you want them to. Don't worry, there are shit tons more reasons for you to not join. Maybe you had a bad argument last game and just need to cool off. You wouldn't want to talk to people who are just gonna make you angrier. Maybe it's noisy in the background like your family is being super loud. This is especially on consoles, I find. Consoles are kind of a family thing. They aren't for personal use like PCs are, and often they're noisy places like a family room or a living room. I play in the basement, so I usually don't have that problem. Again, there's the social anxiety aspect that ruled my life in many ways. Some people just have it so bad that they can't muster up the courage to talk online, and that's perfectly valid. I would have broken down and cried if someone made me talk to strangers online back then. In fact, I don't like talking to strangers now, except over the internet, which is only different because I can't hear your voices back. There's one of the last parts, which is probably one of the rarest cases, but honestly, some people might have physical disabilities that prevent them from being able to talk or from hearing you at all. Those who can't hear and those who are mute. It's a common occurrence that those who are deaf are also mute, but that can't stop them from enjoying a video game, can it? They can play just as much Overwatch as you and I, and they could actually be better than either of us. And then there's the last category. Having your voice made fun of is probably the worst thing ever. People can lose weight, people can work on improving their general intelligence, but there's nothing someone can really even do about their voice except to get a filter for online or something. As I previously mentioned, if you've made fun of someone's voice before on chat, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, get the fuck off my channel. It's one of the lowest forms of insults a human can deliver. It scars people and ruins their trust so easily. Last season, I never ever touched the voice chat. Ever. I solo queued without voice into Diamond. It took me only 3 days from where I actually started in Gold. I was fucking pleased with myself, and I didn't even touch the voice chat. Of course, in higher tiers, you'll want to use the voice because you can never really get away with that in Masters. However, my game ability has only improved when I found out the wonders of voice chat. Of course, I'm not a shot caller, I'm just not that kind of person for that, but I can tell everyone when I've got barrage or when the enemy Mercy is hiding or who's got low HP. For anyone who's thinking of trying out the voice chat and has social anxiety, I do have some advice for you. When you get on, tell your team that this is the first time you've played with the chat. If they don't seem understanding, don't actually leave the chat. I know it seems scary, but try to own it. Make it seem like you're the most confident, powerful decision maker out there. Call the shots, seem professional, and be a real leader. If your teammate complies, it will really help with the anxiety, trust me. My first game with voice comms, I did what I see the pros do. I called out everything the way they did, and we rolled the enemy team 3-0 on Nepal. It was a combination of professionalism and good teamwork with some mechanical skill sprinkled in there somewhere. So don't start hating someone's guts for not using the voice chat, because you don't know their story, quite honestly. I know in a video I made beforehand that I said to use voice comms no matter what, but I'll tell you a secret, I didn't use the voice comms back then. I didn't know what it was like, and I didn't even think about how people could just be bothered to not use it. Just thinking back, I was super hypercritical about voice comms, and that's all I can even say. That's it for this video. I hope you take my advice if you do have social anxiety and want to join the chat from time to time. I hope this cleared up a little bit why some people just don't join the chat, and thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a fantastic day.